E.C. Krupp, you know who he is?
Yeah,
Krupp?
yeah, Krupp, I certainly do.
Okay.
He was the one who tried to argue that Robert Bauval's Orion correlation was upside down.
Yes.
And that is a weaselly little argument, because it just depends how you look at it. If you look at the three stars of Orion's belt, and if you look at the three great pyramids on the ground, and if you imagine yourself standing on the Giza plateau as Orion crosses the meridian at night, and you've got a painting easel in front of you, and you're going to paint the three stars of Orion's belt, and then you take that off the easel and you lay it down flat on the ground, that's what we've got at Giza. Yeah. We've got a representation of the stars of Orion's belt as they look in the night sky, crossing the meridian, and beyond that, 12,500 years ago, not 4,500 years ago. So Ed Krupp's sneaky little technique to try to wreck that incredibly fruitful argument. Let's remember that the constellation of Orion was the god Osiris for the ancient Egyptians. This is just not just any random constellation. This is the celestial image of Osiris.
The rebirth, rebirth god and the rebirth. I mean, come on.
It was a very fruitful idea. And for Ed Krupp to seek to crush it and destroy it by saying, oh, Robert got it upside down. No, Robert didn't get it upside down. He directly and clearly showed what's going on, that this is an image of the stars, paint it on a piece of paper, lay that paper on the ground, that's what you're going to see, and it exactly matches the pyramids 12,500 years ago. To seek to destroy that, to rubbish that, to get that away. Robert Bauval is a genius, and he has spent his whole life studying ancient Egypt. He was born in Egypt. He speaks fluent Arabic. It's his country in so many ways. And he deserves some respect. And he should be listened to, rather than just say, oh, it's upside down, fuck off, which is basically what Ed Krupp did. And a lot of people listened to him because he was astronomer Ed Krupp from the Griffith Institute or something. I forget which one it is. But again, using authority to smear others, rather than saying, well, let's engage with this. This is an interesting idea, actually. Let's see what more comes out of it. And so much more comes out of it, as Robert and I working together. Very, very clear that the Sphinx is part of the picture too. It's all part of a ground diagram. Now, we may be wrong, but it doesn't deserve to be smeared and outright dismissed in a very tricky and frankly dissembling kind of way.
Well, I'll give you one more with that.
I've tried to make it clear. I have an appendix in Magicians of the Gods. I put it on my website. The Orion correlation is not upside down. No. The Orion correlation is exactly what it says it is. And it's a key to opening many doors in Egypt, which Egyptologists should welcome rather than dismissing.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. I do agree. And Graham is more right than he may ever know. As you see, Dan, right here in the Red Sea, using Google Earth, is an Orion correlation. It also has his nebula, his penis, Dan. I would like for you to check this out. Go to Google Earth yourself. Go to the Red Sea. Find this location by Haliab, Egypt, right below the peninsula there. And if you could, debunk me or confirm my theory that this is a lost civilization. The fact that this may be the lost civilization that Graham Hancock may be needing to prove his theory. I believe this to be man-made. The reason I believe this to be man-made is because geography generally does not align to the stars. And along with all the myth, the legend, and the evidence, I do believe this to be a lost civilization. One of maybe biblical proportions. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate you, and if you could, debunk me or confirm.